Okay, now this is a really short one, a really short dream, because just a few things happened in this one. Um, I was in front of my grandpa and grandma's house in California, and this big meteor shower happened, and it seemed to have been all over the world, all over the world, and it was horrible. There were a lot of people running, screaming, even myself. I was running and I almost got hit a few times by the boulders coming down from the sky with fire surrounding them. And I ran into the double doors. And I was seeking shelter. And there was an underground shelter connected to the first floor of the house. So I was getting that opened up and I was gonna go in there. It was weird. It had like a button. You button it instead of just opening the door. It's like a weird button door. It's weird. It's like you're unbuttoning clothes. Those old jacket buttons that are metal and they click together like that. Um, I think the storm. I can't talk today. I think the storm stopped before I went down into the shelter. And, well, I almost thought nothing of this dream, but, well, almost immediately it made me think about something in the Bible. So, again, I have to tell you guys about something if I think it relates to the Bible. If not, that's my mistake. I'm sorry, but if it is, then it might be a warning to everybody. It made me think about the part where in chapter 6 of Revelation where it says, let me find it. Sorry. 3 6. I think it was verse 12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of heaven fell on the earth as a fig tree drops its late figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. When the sky receded as a scroll, it was rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place, and the kings of the earth and great men, the rich, the commanders, mighty men, every slave, every free man, hid themselves in the caves and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of his land, of the Lamb. The part that it made me think about in that passage was that the stars fall down. And of course, before the stars fall down, the two things that have to happen first is the darkening of the sun and the moon becoming like blood. Now, many of you will probably think, oh, this means that the moon will have to be red. Don't think about it just as that. You need to think about it a little bit more. You need to actually, when you're reading the Bible, one thing I learned was that you got to think about each and every word and what it can and cannot mean. Blood is not just red, people. It is what else? Liquid. So that means that the moon can become liquid. What are they doing right now to the moon? They are trying to get water out of the moon. What if they make a mistake and it does something to the moon that makes it all crazy and turn into a complete thing of water that we see every night instead of the beautiful white shining thing in the sky that we usually look at? What if that happens? So anyhow, with that being blotted out, and the earth, or not the earth, but the sun being dark, that means that there will be no light. And what kind of creeps me out is, uh, I wouldn't say that this relates, but it just kind of came to my mind just now that Obama saying, under my plan, electricity will skyrocket. What if that's what he was talking about? What if that's what he was talking about? Planning on making the sun dark or whatever? But then again, that could be just the signs that Jesus decided to make appear so that it would be obvious to everybody who reads the Bible then that the time is near. Just know that when everything is dark, that the time is near. And thinking about the dream that I had before that and being sheltered from something, from the tornado, uh, I began to wonder if this is what's about to happen in December, is the darkening of the sun and the moon being like blood and the stars falling from the heavens. You know what happens after that? Everything goes still before anything else happens, before the angels uh, hurt the earth, or before Jesus does anything. The wind stops, everything stops, there is quiet, it's all peaceful. What if that's what the miracle will be? I don't know. I'm not trying to put any thoughts in your head or anything. I'm just projecting what I think of this and what it could or couldn't be. So it's just something that you could keep your eyes peeled to, but keep an open mind and think of other things too that could happen and what it could represent. But people, you need to read the Bible. You really do, because as far as I can see, the things that they are doing, the little things that they are doing, they may not seem harmful right now, but just know that when the sun becomes black as a cloth and the moon doesn't show her light, that it is time to, it's probably will be too late for you by then, but the time is coming and you need to get right with God. Okay? So I'll leave you with that.